Hey everybody, we are the Home Button and we are here at PAX East 2015. We are going to walk around backwards, play some games, interview some people. We hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, actually, we're going to ask this person right here. Hey, what do you think of PAX East?
It's great!
Yeah, that guy loves PAX East. He can't get enough.
So much.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This PAX East is the best PAX East. The best PAX East. So follow us. We're going to check out some games. All right, so we're here with Holly Chernobyl of Cards Against Humanity. Holly, what are you guys doing here today?
Just hanging out. Just kidding. We're selling Indie Mega Buttons. They are really cute. Do you want me to talk about it?
Yeah, what are Indie Mega Buttons and what is the total goal here of selling the Indie Mega Buttons?
Indie Mega Buttons are these super cute buttons right here. They are all the logos from all the different Indie Mega games. And we took them and we made pins. And we're selling little packs that sort of look like drugs. We promise there's no drugs inside. And you're guaranteed to get the Cards Against Humanity super cute, super exclusive PAX button. And then you get 4 other random buttons. And there's quite a lot of buttons. I don't actually know how many there are. Yeah, but all of the proceeds go to supporting Indie Mega games, which we really believe in. And they're only $2, which is cheaper than water at this convention.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I also noticed you guys have condoms against humanity here. What? Mario's here apparently. Yeah, but we just noticed that we have condoms against humanity here. You want to talk about these a bit?
I would love to talk about these, actually. So these are very funny. They are black condoms. And we do not guarantee their efficacy because, well, first of all, they're from us, right? But also because they don't have an expiration date on them. So we really don't recommend that you use them, but they're very funny. They're very funny. And we definitely are big proponents of safer sex.
Well, thank you very much, Holly.
Hi, I'm here with Mike McCain, the art director for Harebrained Schemes, working on Necropolis.
All right, it's a third-person action roguelike. It's from Harebrained Schemes. We're the creators of Shadowrun Dragonfall, Shadowrun Returns, Golem Arcana. It's a tabletop game. With Necropolis, what we're looking to do is take sort of your classic roguelike formula, so highly procedural dungeons, permadeath, and we're mixing that with a fast-paced third-person combat system. It's timing-based. It's kind of like a Dark Souls Light meets a game like Spelunky.
Yes, well, you're the art director, so tell me about the art direction because I think it looks simply fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, no, so we're really inspired by. There's kind of a trend in graphic design these days to do kind of really carefully designed and curated low-poly art. So we're really inspired by that. We're looking at obviously games like Journey and Wind Waker too for just like how much stylization can be applied to a game to make it feel really fresh and hopefully stand the test of time a little bit better. The whole premise behind Necropolis is it's this kind of infinite death trap of a dungeon. It's a little bit of a send up of the dungeon genre, so we're just trying to do some weird stuff with it and make it this kind of fresh and exciting space.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can answer this for me, but I noticed the animation is pretty simplistic, kind of very intentionally sort of fits with the art style in a lot of ways. Yeah. Like, how do you balance that? Because I know it is also very animation priority, like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Like, how do you guys kind of, I guess, I don't know, like, that just seems like that'd be a really tough thing to kind of, like, balance and figure out.
It's definitely, I mean, that's a great question. It's definitely been a bit of a back and forth, but we've got a really great animation team and engineers working and designers working with them directly. So I guess what happens is there's just a lot of iteration, right? They're trying stuff out on screen, testing it the same day, seeing what works and what doesn't from a timing perspective for the player, and then stylizing as much as possible on top of that. Just trying to keep the motion really clean and snappy, trying to really exaggerate a lot of the key poses as much as we can. without sacrificing the communication of those animations. I mean, you're a big Dark Souls fan. You were number 6 to beat the demo. So did you feel like the animation worked pretty well from a...
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I was very able to quickly figure out, like, okay, this is going to take like this many seconds, and these guys are doing this, and kind of like pick up on that right away. I mean, like the control scheme is the exact same as Dark Souls, so as someone who played Dark Souls, I'm like, all right, I got it. Like, I know how to do this. So I guess the real differentiator will be like how the enemies behave and the weapons and stuff like that. Are you guys going to do like ranged weapons at all? There's only melee in the demo.
We do have ranged weapons planned. We also have a variety of melee weapons planned. And as you saw in the demo, like the great sword and the short sword behave very differently. So we want all the different classes of weapons to have very different utility in the game. We're also looking at a variety of upgrades, codexes that you can find that persist across your game sessions. So once you die, you still maintain your library of upgrades that you can apply to any new character. So you're kind of building on that as you play the game and as you do better and get further.
Are you planning any online integration, stuff like that?
That's a great question. We've got a few really cool social features that we're doing right now. So you might have seen when you were playing, there's a live count of the number of people that have died in the demo so far. When you're hooked up to the internet, that's a count across the entire game. So we can do some really cool things like that, like show you how many people have been to a certain area, how many people have died here. You can come across the corpses of other dead players and loot their stuff and read their obituary, how they died. We don't have any plans for multiplayer in the first version of the game, but we'd love to do co-op at some point in the future. That would probably be like a down the road post-launch kind of thing. I know Don't Starve really successfully launched Don't Starve together like a year or two after the game came out, so it's always a possibility.
All right, yeah, so obviously the game is in pre-alpha right now, so probably not coming out anytime soon, but do you have like a sort of concept?
It might come in really late this year or sometime next year, so it's pretty open-ended right now.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for taking the chance to talk with me.
Thank you, yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah. What are you guys waiting in line for?
For Moonrise right now.
What is Moonrise?
Looks like a Pokemon game, but like mobile. So I'm pretty excited for it.
That's awesome. I like Pokemon games, and you said mobile?
Yeah.
I like mobile.
They're all playing on tablets right now, so.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
All right, thank you. Hey, it's Emilio Fornatura here with the Home Button, and today we're here with Stefan from Beta Dwarf Entertainment. Their game, Forest the Rush. Tell me a little bit about Forest the Rush. What is it, and what do you do in it?
So in Forest, which is actually Forest 2, the sequel, it's kind of like drastically changed from the first one. The first one was like a co-op thing where your story was to go in there and go through a really badass gladiator school, and this one is when you graduated. So now you're in like this extremely big universe of the most toughest gladiator challenges you could imagine, and it's about like owning the coolest gladiators and become the most renowned gladiator owner in the world. Yeah. So it's a combination of a roguelike. So it's procedural generated. You never know what you get into. You just have like hints of what to do and how to prepare. And then the other thing about it is that's punishment for dying. So you might not get to try the same match again, or you would go down the ladder if you're defeated and so on. So there's a lot of tension in playing perfectly. And then we've combined its formula with deck building. So when you go to a match, it's typically 10 minutes, and then you sort of, whenever you complete an arena, a match consists of typically 10 arenas. So whenever you complete an arena, you get some mana and you draw a card from your deck. Right. And the deck is the one that you built, that you brought into the match. It's typically 30 cards, and in that way you have to sort of be smart of what kind of cards do I need to defeat this boss. And so there's a lot of theory crafting in it, and combined with these tight action controls. So it's not like Diablo where you point and click and move around, or in a MOBA. It's dual stick controls and double WSD mouse. So there's a lot of dodging and maneuvering.
Yeah, and I played as this one character here. I think he's the one you're demoing, and he has a laser beam. And I was wondering, do you guys have any plans for any other characters to play as, or how many bosses and stuff are like what's the longevity of the game going to be?
Yeah, so it will be extremely long because we already have this is a minimal like the top of the iceberg what we brought here. So we have maybe like 30 or 40 enemies, and all these can also vary in skills. But you will always see on the enemy now it's the kind of the Flame Lord who is wielding this new flame sword, So you know that he has a repertoire of, like, say, 10 flame skills, and then he would typically bring 4 of them to the battle. So you kind of have an idea of what he can do, and you sort of have to adapt to the scenario and be clever about the system. So the more you meet a boss, the more you know about him. There's 5 champions right now. As you said, you saw the first one, the Squire of Light, who uses a light beam. We also have melee types of guys, like we have Volko, who is wielding a big flaming volcanic hammer. He's more of a melee guy who can whirlwind into the enemies and make a flaming shield that explodes if you're hit and stuff like that. Then we also have like up there's Ravager, which is like an alien who has 4 arms and can jump around the arena and is totally different in playstyle. We also have a big like cyborg robot who has a jetpack and flies around and shoot them with the plasma rifle and so on.
That's awesome. And my last question for you was, with the card system that you guys have and the deck building, how do you guys plan to keep that balance to make sure that you don't become an overpowered character and just wipe out the boss in like 2 seconds?
Yeah, so it is kind of like playing Magic. The game will be set up in seasons, lasting, for instance, a month, and there will always be new cards in this season. And it's up to the players to like find the best combination in this period. But the meta or the challenges you are pitted against in each month differs because we like put in a new collection of enemies, so you have to be the one who finds the right formula the quickest. And I think there will be plenty of right formulas within that month.
All right, and so do you guys have any plan? I see it's in beta right now, but do you guys have any plans for a release date or anything?
We are aiming for later this year on a Steam Early Access version. Then when we sort of perfected the formula, or when we do, we will also reach PS4, Xbox One, maybe even Wii U, who knows.
Okay, thank you very much. Hey, what's going on over here? What are you guys looking at? What's this game?
It's Guacamelee.
That's Guacamelee?
I guess so.
Shit, I haven't played enough Guacamelee. Hey, I'm here with Ben from Bishop Games. They're showing off a game called Lightfall today. So Ben, tell me a bit about Lightfall. What is Lightfall?
Yeah. When people ask me this, I'd like to tell them, imagine if Limbo, Super Meat Boy, and Bastion had a child together. That's what we're trying to do with Lightfall. It's an immersive 2D platformer with heavy storytelling, as you could see, and a unique game mechanic in the Shadow Core, which is the block that you could spawn. And yeah.
I noticed you guys have a very unique art style, color palette. I like the it's a very like purple and dark blue.
Yeah, as you said, there was more purple, blue, light blue. We're gonna have 4 thematic worlds in the game, and every world has its own color palette. So what you saw was the first one, the lunar plane with the moon in the background, things like that. Then you're gonna move to the marshland, it's more brownish colors, then the forest, and then the unknown depths, which is tunnels underground, it's more red colors, dark colors, so every world has its own color palette.
I noticed you guys are also running these on PCs, but you're using PlayStation controllers. Is that the controller that you have in mind for the game? Do you have a wider release for it? Or?
Yeah, well, we've been approved on PlayStation a month ago, so we're gonna be on PS Vita, PS4, also PC Mac, and hopefully Xbox. We need to go see them, but yeah, we're gonna be on console and PC. And for the release date, we're only a team of 3 guys, so sometimes things go slower than we want to. We're planning at the end of this year, beginning of 2016.
All right, thank you very much, and I hope everything goes well.
Thank you.
Yep, bye. Hey, what are you guys in line for here? What are you guys waiting on?
Overwatch.
What is Overwatch in your opinion?
It's a fun game.
A fun game.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you know what Overwatch is?
Yeah, just an FPS.
Yes. What would you say it's similar to any other game you've seen?
A little similar to Team Fortress 2.
Team Fortress 2. Huh. Wow.
It's not gun based, it's hero based, but
Yeah, no, I actually played it the other day, so I know everything about Overwatch.
Hi, I'm John Luke, and I'm here with Sean, and we're talking about the new Shovel Knight expansion. Can you tell me a bit about it?
Sure. Well, the expansion's called Shovel Knight: Plague of Shadows, and it's a new campaign for the original Shovel Knight game starring Plague Knight.
Okay, so is it like new? Is it literally just like a character swap, or is it new levels?
No, I mean, there's a lot of new stuff, right? We didn't want to do just like like a Castlevania Richter mode, right? Like instead of just having like the character mobility changed, also now there's going to be a new story. There's instead of relics, you have this alchemy system where Plague Knight is crafting things. There are new paths through the levels. There are some new areas, some new bosses. So while the level content is like maybe like 90% the same as the original Shovel Knight, it feels like really different to go through as Plague Knight. So it really is like, it's almost like a total conversion, you know?
Are you still saving Shield Knight, or is there a different character you're trying to save?
No, it's a whole different story. Basically, in this one, Plague Knight is attempting to concoct like the ultimate potion, but in order to do that, he needs to get all the ingredients, and those ingredients are all like they're owned by the Order of No Quarter. So, you know, he has to turn on his former allies and go defeat all of them. And the story is different. Mona, who is the potion tossing or the potion minigame girl in the original Shovel Knight, is going to be a much bigger character. Like she's like Plague Knight's like partner in crime, and I mean it's a whole new thing. I mean we can't talk too much about it, but yeah.
So what was your motivation for picking like Plague Knight? Because I mean the game has like a ton of characters, and you really could have gone with any one of them.
Well, you know, we were a Kickstarter, and so this was one of our stretch goals, was making Plague Knight and King Knight and Spectre Knight campaigns. On top of that, we also have a challenge mode that's coming, a battle mode, and a body swap where all the male characters will be female and vice versa. Yeah, and you'll be able to choose, like, you know, it's like, oh, who do you want to be, like, what gender? So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot that we had from this Kickstarter. Plague Knight's just the first one, and the reason we did it first is, I'm not really sure. I guess because we thought, like, Plague Knight would be maybe a good one to, like, test everything out on, you know? For King Knight, it's going to be like something way off the wall and weird, and for Spectre Knight, you know, it'll maybe be a little bit more like action-y or something. But Plague Knight seemed like, you know, like a good first one to do.
When can people expect this?
Well, we're shooting for Q2 2015, so yeah, within the next few months, hopefully.
Is this going to cost any money for the expansion? Or?
No, it'll be completely free, and it'll be out on all platforms.
Oh, fantastic! Well, I can't wait to check it out. I love Shovel Knight.
Thank you so much.
All right, yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Excuse me, are you guys enjoying PAX East this far?
Yes.
She is enjoying PAX East. We have confirmed that girl is enjoying PAX East. Are you enjoying PAX East?
I am enjoying PAX East very much.
Have you seen anything that you like specifically here?
I think that this year they've got a really good bunch of indie games.
Yeah, you know what? We think that too, because we're part of the Indie Press. We just started it. Don't tell anyone. It's under wraps right now. Thank you very much for the interview. We appreciate it. I'm here today with Vidvat from Quick Tequila, and today they're showing off Lovely Planet. So do you mind telling us a bit about what Lovely Planet is?
Right, so Lovely Planet is a first-person shooter game that is cute. So there are lots of colors, there's lots of pretty things to look at and like cute stuff to shoot at. But underneath all of that, behind all of the cuteness, there is a gruelingly hard speed-running first-person shooter game where you have obstacle course levels which you have to beat by, you know, getting better and getting faster and finding all the shortcuts and all of that. So yeah, you'll be speed-running this game a lot.
What do you do for the game? What's your position here?
Right, so Quick Tequila Computer Video Games is my company, and I am the designer and the developer over there. So I programmed this game, I designed it, I did all the modeling and all the, you know, the design aspect of it. I did have help with music. I had a great musician work on the great soundtrack in the game, but otherwise, yeah, it's just me.
Yeah, I noticed the music is like absolutely like enjoyable. It's really good. So I noticed you guys have like a pretty big emphasis on like there's a timer right on the screen. So are you guys trying to get people to, you know, get better and get faster at the game and stuff?
Right. So we have like a small, but it's a good, like, it's a speedrunning community. People come in and they sit down with the first level and they just go as far as they can. And the timer and everything is there for, you know, to so you know how you're getting better, how you're finding shortcuts and all of that. And then you can go up against your friends on leaderboards on Steam and all of that. So yeah, the game is set up to have the speedrunning community, you know, share their stuff on YouTube and all of that.
And I noticed it's very colorful and it has a very like unique art style. Where are you guys taking that from? I also noticed you guys have Japanese right here on the board. So yeah.
Back in the day when I started working on the game, I was super obsessed with like Japanese culture. I was watching Japanese music videos and I was watching Japanese movies so there was like a lot of Japan in my life at the time. And I wanted to make a shooter that's different, so I was like, you know, why the heck not? I'll just make a shooter game that's cute. So it wasn't the idea that I want to make the cute shooter of 2014, but hey, why not? You know, why not?
What are your plans for a full release of this and everything?
Right, so the game has been out for 6 months now. We released on Steam. You can buy it for Windows, Mac, and Linux. And since for the last 6 months, we've been adding stuff to it. So there's controller support now, and we're looking to release the game on Amazon Fire TV.
All right, thank you very much. Why aren't you waiting for anything?
I don't know. It's my dad, man. He never taught me how to wait.
Hi, this is John Luke, and I'm here with Rami from Vlambeer.
Hey, man.
What is Vlambeer's plan for 2015?
Whew, okay, so we've been working on Nuclear Throne for a really long time, and we're finally starting to see the end of the project. So in the next half a year, we hopefully launch Nuclear Throne, and then after that, we've got a big project to make sure that all our older games get preserved for next-gen consoles, for next-gen PC platforms. So we're going to be working a lot on porting. And then we have a little side project that we might want to do. Like, we're not sure yet. Like, Nuclear Throne has been such a big part of our last year and a half that let's see what happens.
Yeah, I remember when you did a talk last year, you were talking about you just have like thousands of prototypes that you're constantly churning out and abandoning. So, I mean, do you guys like have anything you don't have to tell me specifics, but I'm just wondering, like, do you guys still have lots of stuff you're working on?
There's one prototype that we made about 2 years ago that is really, really interesting to us because it's something that a lot of people recognize, but the take we have on it is very decidedly different. And we've just really been excited by that project. So we're not quite sure. We're going to play around with it a bit more. We're going to toy with it, and then hopefully we'll see whether there's something good there. But we're hopeful. Yeah, that might be a next project.
All right, cool. Going back to Nuclear Throne, how do you guys feel about like the whole development process? I mean, I think the coolest thing about Nuclear Throne is that if you want to know about how a video game is made, you can kind of watch every week the process. I think that's just like pretty amazing.
Yeah, we do live streaming. I say every Tuesday and Thursday we live stream the game, but we live stream specifically the game's development, so how we make it. So people can just tune in every Tuesday and Thursday from 1 p.m. Central European Time to 5 p.m. Central European Time, and we just live stream development. So it's been really, really exciting to see people's responses to that and to just see how things happen. So yeah, it's been really nice. It also gives us a very strict schedule every Monday to Saturday, live stream Tuesday, live stream Thursday, and then release a new build on Saturday. So it's been really cool.
One last thing, I noticed you guys are selling a ridiculous fishing hat for $1,000.
So it's the very last one. We made 250, and we wanted to sell the last one for 100, but we accidentally wrote 10 too many, and now we're just keeping it.
Okay.
We'll see it out. Okay.
All right, thank you very much for talking with me.
All right, guys. Today I'm here with Mega 64 over by Rooster Teeth right behind here. How you guys doing today, Rocco?
Good. I don't really feel the need to bring up what I consider to be a really poor organization. Rooster Teeth does not need to be part of this interview. Mega 64 is its own standalone entity, and I believe that the actions of Rooster Teeth speak for themselves, in which I do not believe that they are fair to the public, and I don't believe that they are respectable as an organization. And Bernie, if you're watching this, I'm not going to say specifically what the issue is, but you know what it is. Shame on you.
Oh, and I'm also here with Garrett Hunter.
Hello, thank you for saying my full name. Please just I don't want you to bring up my Twitter handle at any point during the interview. But just to back up what Rocco said, it's odd that you start the conversation out with a plug to our direct competitor. I mean, we've been rivals for years, and you know there was the incident with Sean and Gavin. They do look similar, but we're putting that behind us now.
I'm sorry.
The incident, we're going to get over it, but the bottom line is they do look similar, and it was dark.
Yeah, we didn't know.
I apologize, guys. I was just I was pressed for words here. I did not know what to say.
We'll let it slide.
I personally, I agree with you guys. These guys back here, they're nothing. They're no interest of mine. So
you know what I say? Let it go. Tangled.
I just want to know if you guys had seen any good games this weekend or anything that you're really interested in since you've been here.
The follow-up to Septic 5, we got in on the Brown Edition Septic 6. Yeah. Well, you tell them about the gameplay.
GameStop has got the Septic 6 Brown Edition. You're going to want to pre-order that right now. Full submersive action. It's going to be on Oculus, so you feel like you're really going down into the tank, and it's not quite settled, so you're going back and forth. And it really feels like an immersive experience. You wipe the paper off the lens. I mean, you actually do it. It's got motion sensors. And
is this a 5D experience?
Oh, everything. There's fecal, there's paper, condoms, used and unused. Tampons, fingernail clippings, blood. I mean, you could see the different layers. It wasn't just one hazy mess. And that's what the new Oculus is going to do. And I think the Morpheus is looking better than ever because it's all in 120 frames a second, and the clarity is at a level we haven't really seen.
I'm excited. Full crossplay from Vita to PS4.
Yeah. Though I don't think the Vita will not have blood and semen.
No. But their special edition comes with the full vinyl cat suit.
Yeah.
With the portholes on the mouth and the zipper for the eyes.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that, and I really think they're doing something else. So shout out Morpheus. I took the red pill.
Well, thank you guys. I'm actually really excited for it's Septic 6, right? We got crossplay. It's gonna be great. We're gonna check that out later today. And thank you for interviewing with us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I just want to say, we say a lot of jokes here at Mega 64, but we are about humor, but above all else, we're about truth. And you really need to look up Benghazi and the atrocities that happened there. It's a shame and a hoax that's been pulled over the American public eyes. They've been fed a lie, and they've been corn-fed like ducks. And
wake up, sheeple!
And if you just want to believe that, if the cameraman doesn't fucking focus on me immediately, there's going to be hell to pay. Okay? I'm going to take your Apple camera and shove it so far. I'm going to get Tim Cook so far up your ass. You're going to be talking about the iWatch out of your nostrils.
I think you're gonna have to get out of here. Thank you very much for interviewing with us. Stop the camera. Stop the camera.
Turn it off.
So turn it off. Turn it off, Sean Lee. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable.
He's gonna hit him.
This kid right here. Hey, what's the coolest thing you've seen on the show floor so far today?
You guys.
It's us. It's us. 2015 PAX East Indie Press. Thank you guys for watching. This is Emilio and
Nate
signing off from the home button. Thank you for watching again. We had a great time at PAX East. I hope for anyone who didn't get to make it, that got to see this, that you can make it out next year because PAX East is a hoot. So thank you very much for watching, and bye.
Signing off.